Imagine waking up every single day ready to face the world. You wake up thinking that today will be just another day, another challenge, another set of obstacles to tackle. But here's the truth. There's a battle you're not seeing. It's not a fight with your boss, not a fight with your family, not a fight with your circumstances. This battle is one that takes place in the one place that matters most, inside you. This battle happens every time you look in the mirror, every time you question your worth, every time you hesitate. It's you against your own potential. Let me tell you something. This is the fight that will either define you or destroy you. The question is, will you rise or will you let the battle consume you? You see, the greatest challenge in life is not the world around you. It's not the people who doubt you, the failures that you face, or the circumstances that seem beyond your control. The real battle is the one inside. The one where you fight against your own doubts, insecurities, and limitations. Every single day, you are fighting a war against yourself. And in this war, the only way to win is by conquering the version of you that's holding you back, the version of you that's afraid, the version of you that doesn't believe, the version of you that's comfortable in mediocrity. How many times have you stopped yourself from taking action because you didn't believe in your own power? How many opportunities have you let slip away because you didn't think you were good enough, smart enough, worthy enough? Let me ask you this. When was the last time you were so close to greatness, so close to your breakthrough, but you hesitated because deep down you weren't sure you could handle it? You see, the battle starts in those moments, the moments when you hold yourself back out of fear. Fear that you're not capable, fear that you're not worthy. Here's the truth that you've been avoiding. The enemy is inside you. It's not the world, not your job, not your circumstances. It's your own self-doubt, your own fear, your own inability to believe that you are enough. If you want to win this battle, if you want to change your life, then it's time to stop fighting the world and start fighting yourself. You must confront your own mind, your own insecurities, and defeat the thoughts that have been holding you back. If you want to win, you have to defeat the enemy within. Let's talk about the real enemy, self-doubt. It's silent, it's sneaky, and it follows you everywhere. It's the voice in your head that says, you're not good enough, you'll never make it, who do you think you are? Self-doubt creeps in when you're about to take a big step. It tells you to hold back, to play it safe, to not risk failure. But here's the thing, fear, insecurity, and doubt are the real enemies. They're the ones keeping you stuck. They're the ones making you question your abilities, your dreams, and your potential. And if you don't learn to face them head on, they'll control you for the rest of your life. Self-doubt is like a shadow. It's always there, lurking in the background, making every step you take seem just a little bit heavier. You can try to ignore it, you can try to push it down, but it's always there hanging over you. And every time you try to move forward, it whispers in your ear, you're not ready, you're not good enough, you're gonna fail. How many of you have felt that? You're about to take a step, a leap, and then you feel that weight on your shoulders, that shadow that drags you down, that holds you back. But let me tell you this, the battlefield is not outside of you. The battlefield is in your mind. The moment you conquer your thoughts, the moment you take control of that self-doubt, you conquer everything else. When you conquer your mind, you control your destiny. Every single achievement, every single victory starts in your head. It starts with a belief that you can, a belief that you are worthy, and a belief that your potential is limitless. Here's a hard truth. You're not fighting anyone else. You're not fighting your circumstances or the people who doubt you. You're fighting your own fears, your own doubts, and your own insecurities. You've been blaming everyone else for your struggles. But have you ever stopped to ask yourself, are you the one standing in your own way? Are you the one holding yourself back? The sooner you admit it, the sooner you can break free. Why do you let fear dictate your life? Think about it for a second. Why do you let fear control you? Why do you let it dictate your actions? What would happen if you started to believe in yourself? What would happen if instead of listening to fear, you started taking action anyway? What if fear didn't have the power to control you anymore. It's time to stop letting fear decide your fate. It's time to take control. Understanding your self-criticism. Here's another question for you. Why is it that you are often the harshest critic of your own dreams? You wouldn't say the things to your friends that you say to yourself. You wouldn't tear down someone else's potential the way you tear down your own. So why do you allow this self-criticism to rule your life? It's time to flip the script. It's time to stop doubting your worth and start affirming your power. Self-sabotage comes in many forms. It's procrastination, it's perfectionism, it's the fear of failure, it's that nagging voice that tells you you're not ready or maybe next time. But here's the truth. Self-sabotage is the number one thing standing in the way of your success. Procrastination tells you that you'll get to it later. Perfectionism tells you that it's not perfect enough to take action. Fear of failure holds you back, making you afraid to even try. And all this, every single part of it, is self-sabotage. You are your own obstacle. It's not the world that's stopping you. It's not your circumstances. It's not other people. You are the one standing in your own way. And until you recognize that, you will continue to stay stuck in the same place. Let me tell you something. Until you own your role in your own success, nothing will change. You are the obstacle. You are the solution. It's time to take responsibility for your own life. The chain of excuses. Every time you say later, every time you say maybe next time, you lock your dreams in a cage. You tell yourself that you're not ready, that you're not good enough, and you keep pushing your dreams further and further away. How many times have you said, I'll start tomorrow? How many times have you delayed your dreams because of fear, because of doubt, or because of procrastination? It's time to break the chains. It's time to stop making excuses. It's time to start today. Facing your fear of success. Here's a question for you. Why is it easier to fear failure than it is to fear success? Think about it. We're afraid of failing, but we're also afraid of succeeding. We fear the responsibility, the pressure, the unknown. But here's the truth. Success is not a curse. It's your destiny. Embrace it. Don't run from it. Breaking the chains holding you back. No one is stopping you but yourself. No one can hold you back unless you allow it. You are the one holding the keys to your own freedom. It's time to break those chains. It's time to unlock the door. And it starts with you. Time to fight for yourself. You are the only person who can change your fate. No one else is coming to do it for you. This is your fight, your journey, your life. It's time to get started. No more waiting, no more excuses. Fight for yourself, fight for your dreams, fight for the person you are meant to become. The power inside you. You have more strength than you realize. It's buried deep within you, waiting to be unlocked. Every one of us carries an incredible potential that we often fail to see. We underestimate ourselves, thinking we're limited by our circumstances, our fears, or our past mistakes. But the truth is, the power you need to change your life is already inside you. It's been there all along, waiting for the right moment to surface. Think about it. How many times have you faced something difficult and come through it stronger than before? That strength you found within yourself was always there, waiting for you to tap into it. But here's the catch. You can't keep waiting for someone else to show you how strong you are. You must decide right here, right now, to unleash that power and let it take over, tapping into hidden potential. The problem is not that you don't have the power. It's that you haven't tapped into it. You're living on autopilot, going through the motions, waiting for the perfect moment. But let me tell you something. The perfect moment doesn't exist. There's no magical time when everything will align, when you'll feel completely ready, when all the stars will line up just for you. No, it's up to you to create that moment. You have to start tapping into your potential now. That voice inside that says you're not ready is your biggest enemy. Don't let it control you. Understand this. You have the strength to overcome anything. It's within you right now. You just have to believe in it and act on it. The myth of being not enough. Stop telling yourself that you aren't ready, that you don't have what it takes. You were born ready. From the moment you were born, you were destined for greatness. Society might have told you that you're not enough, that you're not smart enough, talented enough, or worthy enough. But here's the truth. You were built for this. You were made for success. Think of all the people who were told they weren't good enough, but went on to achieve extraordinary things. Look at the greats, the ones who changed the world. They weren't born with a special extra something. They just believed in their own potential and they tapped into it. You can do the same. The only thing standing in your way is the belief that you're not enough. Once you break that barrier, nothing will stop you. Trust in yourself. You need to stop doubting your ability to succeed. The moment you start trusting yourself is the moment everything starts to shift. You see, trust is a muscle. The more you exercise it, the stronger it becomes. If you don't trust yourself, who will? If you don't believe you have what it takes, no one else will either. Think about the decisions you made that were successful. Chances are there were moments where you trusted your gut, where you took that leap of faith. Now think about all the moments you doubted yourself and held back. What did you miss out on? What opportunities did you let slip by? If you trust yourself, you open the door to endless possibilities. And once you step through that door, there's no going back. Turning fear into fuel. Fear isn't something to run from. Fear is your sign that you're on the right path. Every time you feel fear, it's not an indication to stop, it's an indication to move forward. Fear means you're stepping out of your comfort zone. It means you're growing. Think about the first time you did something that scared you. Maybe it was public speaking, maybe it was starting something new. The fear was there, but you pushed through and look what happened. You learned, you grew, and you were stronger for it. That's what fear does. It builds strength. So instead of running from it, start using it as fuel. Let fear be the energy that propels you to the next level. The more you lean into it, the more you grow. Step into your true power. It's time to stop holding back. The world is waiting for you to show up in your full power. You are not meant to live a small life. You are meant to step into your greatness, to share your gifts with the world, and to make an impact. But none of that can happen if you keep holding yourself back. You were not created to play small. You have the ability to do amazing things, to inspire others, and to create a life that you're proud of. But you need to stop doubting yourself. Step into your true power and watch the world change around you. You are capable of more than you can even imagine. The only question is, will you allow yourself to see it? Will you embrace the power that's inside you? The foundation of success, belief. Success begins when you believe in yourself first. It doesn't matter how many skills you have or how much talent you possess. If you don't believe in yourself, it's all meaningless. Belief is the foundation of everything. Without it, nothing will ever come to fruition. Think about it. Every great success story starts with one thing, belief. Before they achieved anything, the greats had to believe in themselves. They had to believe that they were capable of greatness, even when no one else believed it. And you can do the same. When you believe in yourself, you start seeing opportunities everywhere. You start seeing yourself as capable of achieving what you once thought was impossible. The power of your own voice. What you tell yourself matters more than what others tell you. Start speaking belief into your life. When you speak words of encouragement, words of strength, you're not just talking to others, you're talking to yourself. Your words shape your reality. If you tell yourself you can't do something, guess what? You won't. But if you tell yourself you can, the world will start to shift in your favor. The most powerful voice you'll ever hear is your own. So make it count. Speak life into your dreams. Speak power into your journey. Tell yourself, I can do this. I am enough. I am worthy of success. And watch how your belief shapes your reality. No one will believe in you unless you do. If you don't believe in yourself, no one else will. But if you do, you'll be unstoppable. You see, belief is contagious. When you start believing in yourself, others will begin to believe in you too. But the opposite is also true. If you don't believe in yourself, others will pick up on that and treat you the same way. So let me ask you this. Are you willing to believe in yourself even when the world doubts you? Are you ready to show up every day with unwavering belief in your own abilities? If you can believe in yourself, you can achieve anything. No one can stop you. The only limit is the one you place on yourself. Reprogramming your mindset. Your thoughts create your reality. If you think you're capable, you will be. If you think you're destined for failure, you will be. The mind is a powerful tool, but only if you use it correctly. If you constantly fill your mind with negative thoughts, that's exactly what you'll get, negativity. But if you feed your mind with positive thoughts, with belief, with the vision of success, your life will reflect that. Reprogramming your mindset isn't something that happens overnight. It's a process. But every time you think positively, every time you replace doubt with belief, you get closer to the person you're meant to be. Your thoughts shape your reality, so make them count. Belief is your superpower. Belief is the muscle you need to lift your potential. Work it out and watch yourself soar. Just like any muscle, belief gets stronger the more you use it. The more you believe, the more you see the results. It's like a muscle that you've been neglecting, but once you start using it, you begin to see the strength it holds. Believe in yourself, believe in your dreams, and believe in your power. You are capable of more than you think. So start exercising your belief muscle and you'll start seeing results like never before. Overcoming doubts and building confidence. Every small victory feeds your belief. Start small and let it grow. It doesn't matter where you start. What matters is that you start. Every time you push through doubt, every time you take action despite fear, you build confidence. And confidence builds belief. So take that first step, even if it's a small one. Every step forward, no matter how small, is a victory. And those victories will add up, building your belief and your confidence along the way. Fear is a liar. Fear tells you to stay small, stay safe, but what it really means is stay stuck. Fear disguises itself as wisdom, as caution, as a helpful friend telling you to play it safe. It's a lie. It's the voice in your head that tells you not to take risks, not to push beyond your limits. And for years, too many of us have listened to it. But I need you to understand something important. Fear doesn't protect you, it confines you. Fear is not your friend, it's the enemy in disguise, doing everything it can to keep you from moving forward. Every time you hesitate, every time you let fear talk you out of action, you choose stagnation over growth. Fear keeps you trapped in a small, comfortable box, but your life isn't meant to stay in that box. You are meant to break free. The key isn't to get rid of fear, it's to stop letting fear make your decisions. Fear will always be there lurking in the shadows, whispering in your ear. It's a natural part of being human. But here's the game changer. You have the power to choose how you respond to it. Let fear come, acknowledge it, but don't let it control you. Instead of letting fear dictate your actions, you need to take charge. You need to make the decision that fear will not stop you. Every time you face fear and choose action anyway, you strengthen your resolve. Every time you step forward despite fear, you prove to yourself that you are the one in control. When you let fear dictate your actions, you miss out on the life you could be living, the opportunities you were meant to seize, the people you were meant to meet, the experiences you were meant to have. All of it slips through your fingers when you allow fear to win. Imagine living your life looking back and realizing that fear was the only thing that held you back from everything you wanted. Is that the life you want to live? Do you want to look back and wish you had taken those chances? Wished you had been bold? Wished you had pushed through your fears? You have one life to live, one shot at greatness. Don't let fear steal that from you. Don't let it be the reason you never reach your true potential. Run towards your fear. Each step you take is a step towards your freedom. The more you face your fears, the more control you take back. The more you face fear head on, the more it loses its power over you. Think about something you've been avoiding. Maybe it's a difficult conversation, maybe it's a big leap in your career, or maybe it's a decision you've been putting off for months. How much energy are you wasting holding back, letting fear control you? What if you just took one step toward it? Just one, and then another, and another. You'll soon realize that fear, when faced, is not as strong as it appears. It shrinks, it backs down, because fear cannot survive in the face of action. Fear is your cue to act, not to hesitate. Let me say that again. Fear is your cue to act. It's a signal that you're about to step into a new level, that you're about to break through to the next phase of your life. Fear doesn't mean you should stop. It means you should go. Think about the most significant changes in your life. Were they comfortable? Were they easy? No, but they are worth it. Every time you take action despite fear, you build momentum. Every time you push through, you take another step toward the person you are meant to become. You are not defined by your fears. You are defined by how you respond to them. The more you act, the more courage you build. Courage is not something you're born with, it's something you develop through action. Each time you face your fears, each time you take a step forward, you build more courage, and eventually, courage becomes a habit. It becomes a part of who you are. Think about the people you admire. Do you think they were born fearless? No. They built their courage one action at a time. They faced fear head on, took risks, made mistakes, and kept moving forward. And you can do the same. Each step you take, no matter how small, adds to your courage. Each action creates a new layer of strength inside you. You don't win by doing one big thing. Success comes from showing up every single day. Success is built on the consistency of your efforts, on the small daily actions that over time lead to big results. It's not about a single breakthrough moment. It's about what you do every day to get closer to your goal. Think about the habits you build, whether it's getting up early, working out, studying, or just making the right choices consistently. It's the compound effect of those actions that leads to success. The road to success isn't paved with one massive effort. It's paved with the small steps you take every single day. Greatness isn't achieved by leaps, it's achieved by inches, one step at a time. Every small action you take brings you closer to your goal. Every time you show up, even when you don't feel like it, you're moving in the right direction. Too many people give up because they don't see immediate results. They expect instant gratification. But real success doesn't work that way. Success is a marathon, not a sprint. And every small step counts. Consistency is the secret. Repeating your effort, even when it feels small, compounds into big results. The more you repeat your actions, the stronger your habits become, the more natural they feel. And as your habits strengthen, so does your success. Every day you show up, every day you put in the work, you're one step closer to your goals. Keep going, keep showing up, even when the results aren't immediate. Remember, consistency builds momentum, and that momentum will carry you to the top. Can you commit to the grind even when it's tough, even when it doesn't seem worth it? Commitment is not about doing the easy thing. It's about doing what needs to be done, even when it's hard. It's about staying committed to your goals, to your vision, even when the path gets tough. When you stay committed, even in the face of setbacks, you're proving to yourself that you're serious about your success. You're saying, I will not quit. I will keep going no matter what. Motivation fades, it comes and goes, but consistency stays. It's the difference between success and failure. Motivation will get you started, but consistency will get you across the finish line. When the motivation fades, it's your consistency that will keep you going. So stop waiting for motivation to strike. Commit to the daily effort. Make consistency your habit, and success will follow. Failure is not the end, it's just the beginning of the next chapter. You've been taught to fear failure, to see it as something to avoid at all costs. But here's the truth. Failure is a necessary part of growth. It is not defeat, it's a lesson. Think about the times you failed in the past. What did you learn from it? What new perspective did you gain? I'll tell you this, without failure, there is no success. Every great achiever, every person who has ever done something meaningful has failed at some point. Failure is not the enemy, it's a stepping stone. Every failure teaches you something. What will you learn from your setbacks? Will you let them define you, or will you use them as fuel for your next step? Every mistake you make is an opportunity to grow. It's a chance to improve, to refine your approach, and to build resilience. It's easy to look at failure and feel discouraged, but it's much harder and far more rewarding to look at failure and ask, what can I learn from this? How can I get better from here? That mindset will carry you farther than any fear of failure ever could. Failure is not something to fear, it's something to use. It's feedback, not finality. Every time you fail, you receive feedback. It's a sign that something needs to change. Instead of seeing failure as the end of the road, see it as a detour, a redirection toward the path you were meant to take. When you reframe failure in this way, you stop seeing it as something to avoid. Instead, you start embracing it. Every failure is a lesson that gets you closer to success. Every failure is a step forward if you learn from it. Each failure strengthens your resilience. The more you fail, the closer you get to success. Success doesn't come from avoiding failure. It comes from learning to pick yourself up after each fall. Resilience is built through perseverance, through facing obstacles head on and refusing to quit. Think about the most resilient people you know. They didn't get that way by having an easy life. They got that way by failing and getting up, time and time again. That's how you build resilience. That's how you build the strength to keep going no matter what. Don't be afraid of failure. Fail forward and keep moving toward your goal. Failing forward means that each failure is a step closer to success, not a step back. When you embrace failure as part of your journey, you'll stop fearing it. You'll start using it to propel yourself forward. Every failure brings you closer to the person you're meant to be. Every mistake brings you closer to your goal. So take the leap, make the mistakes, and most importantly, keep moving forward. Because with every failure, you are one step closer to your success. You can't achieve what you can't imagine. Picture your success and it becomes real. Visualization is not just daydreaming. It's a powerful tool that aligns your mind and actions with your desired outcome. When you visualize your success, you begin to create a blueprint in your mind. This blueprint becomes your roadmap to success. The mind doesn't know the difference between what is real and what is vividly imagined. So when you imagine yourself succeeding, your brain starts to work in alignment with that vision. You start seeing opportunities, making better decisions, and taking actions that bring you closer to your goals. Visualization is the first step in manifesting your success. Start seeing yourself as the person who has already achieved what you desire. Imagine that you've already reached your goal. How does that feel? How do you walk, talk, and act as someone who has already achieved greatness? The more you visualize yourself as that person, the more you'll start to embody those qualities. The more you see yourself as a winner, the more you'll act like a winner. Visualization helps you to step into your future self and makes that self a reality. Visualization isn't just daydreaming, it's creating the future you want, one thought at a time. Every thought you have shapes your future. If you consistently visualize your success, you'll begin to notice how your actions shift to match that vision. Your mind works like a magnet. What you focus on, you attract. So, what are you focusing on? Are you visualizing success, or are you focused on failure and fear? The more positive images you plant in your mind, the more likely you are to manifest that success in your life. Every day, take a moment to visualize where you want to be. Make it real in your mind and watch it unfold in reality. What you think about, you bring about. Visualization is the bridge between what is in your mind and what is in your reality. It's not enough to simply imagine success. You must believe it's possible and act accordingly. When you believe in your vision, you start to take the necessary actions to make it real. The universe, your circumstances, and your life will begin to shift in alignment with your thoughts. But it all starts with what you choose to focus on. Manifestation is the result of consistent, focused thoughts, actions, and belief. Don't let distractions blur your vision. Keep your eyes on the prize and let your mind create the path. Life will throw distractions at you. People will doubt you. Obstacles will arise. But none of that matters if you stay focused on your vision. Your vision is your guiding star. Everything you do should be in service of that vision. The more focused you are, the clearer the path becomes. And the more you focus on your goals, the more likely you are to reach them. It's your time. Don't wait any longer. Step into the person you were meant to become. You've spent enough time waiting, enough time hesitating, enough time letting fear and doubt hold you back. Now is the time to embrace your true power. You've already been given everything you need to succeed. It's time to take what's already inside you and show it to the world. The world is waiting for you. Your greatness is waiting for you. Don't make it wait any longer. You have everything inside you to achieve your dreams. All that's left is for you to step up and claim it. You are the architect of your life. The blueprint is yours to design. You are in control of your destiny. Stop waiting for someone else to make it happen for you. No one else can create the life you want. Only you can. Take responsibility for your life, your choices, and your future. Own your decisions, your actions, and your results. When you take full responsibility, you take full control of your life. When you take control, there's nothing you can't achieve. This is your journey. You are the only one who can make it happen. Stop waiting for someone to come along and rescue you. You are your own hero. It's time to stop looking outside of yourself for answers and start looking within. No one else can save you, but you don't need anyone else. You are capable of creating the life you want. All you need is the courage to take the first step. The person you've been dreaming of becoming is waiting for you on the other side of fear. Go get them. The person you've always wanted to be, the life you've always wanted to live, it's all on the other side of fear, of doubt, and of hesitation. The only thing standing between you and the person you're meant to become is the courage to step forward. So, what are you waiting for? Your future is waiting. Your dreams are waiting. It's time to step into your power. It's time to be the person you were always meant to be.